Hello, and welcome to another episode of Silver and Steel. We are your Tuesday night crew. I'm very excited to get into some D&D. Let's dive right into it and introduce our wonderful cast of characters. Hope, take it away.
Hi, I'm Hope LaVelle, and I'm playing Penelope Halfpint, your friendly halfling druid, Circle of the Moon.
Very nice. B. Dave.
Everybody looks so beautiful today. I feel very underprepared, very underdressed. B. Dave Walters, I say words about things.
Look at those traps, though. Traps on blast.
These old things.
You've also got the rainbow ampersand going on, which is always gorgeous.
Always in style.
Mm-hmm. Always in style.
Jinx.
But the truth is the truth. Yes. I do stuff. I stream here to have some fun with my friends. That's all.
Yay, Jen.
Hey, I am Jen Kretchmer. I play your friendly neighborhood cleric diviner, Alyndra.
Circle of what?
Circle of knowledge.
Fair. Circle of being a nerd.
She's the square of knowledge, I think.
True. She's the square of knowledge. That literally the square of knowledge is Alyndra. All true. Yeah.
Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm playing your cleric dragonborn circle of frantic healing Orkira Eldrex.
Accurate.
Very nice. Meagan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Meagan Kenreck, and I'll be playing an artillerist artificer level 7, Circle of Butter.
Very nice.
Butterfister.
Butterficer.
I am Todd Kenreck. I am playing Avren the Trickster God, Circle of Clones. It's kind of manatee.
Circle of
It's
yourself.
disgusting. Yeah.
Just
Circle
an
of myself.
Ouroboros is what you are.
Yeah.
We started, it's where we're finishing.
It's a circle, Avren.
And as always, I am your DM, Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar, and just really excited to be here, honestly.
And what
I
circle
think
are
it's gonna
you?
be a great show.
Despair.
Yeah, I was gonna say circle of having literally magnificent eyebrows.
Also accurate.
Valid.
This is
Accurate,
truth.
valid.
Valid.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Confident.
It's not confidence when it's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts are facts.
I didn't think they were a big deal until Twitter told me they were. So yeah, circle of eyebrows.
On fleek.
Yeah, what happened last week?
We were attacked by a big ooze that
Slime
might or might
monster.
not
Big
be.
boogie.
Oh, big
Yes.
ooze.
Yes.
It's like a cosmic
Oh, geez.
loogie is attacking us in the ocean. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. We're riding the
Right.
turtle.
See, Lukey.
The
Yeah.
turtle ate a
Not.
doll.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
not done with that. Yeah. Okay.
No.
So
Accidentally ate it.
Yeah.
Machete may or may not be awakening, may or may not be a real girl trapped inside. We sort of appealed to a god to help, who then held her in her mouth, swearing she would not swallow her, and then proceeded to swallow her. So that's going to be Freely's problem later. That's future Freely's problem.
See, what had happened was that she went and then was like, oh.
In fairness,
here.
Avahara said that she could fix a lot of things with her spit, and she is now one win and one loss here because she couldn't fix Machete, but she did fix the rift. So we're good. We're getting there.
I think it's gonna be great. I think Machete is gonna have safe passage through the turtle's anus, and
Oh
it's
my
gonna be
God.
fine.
Just, you think these things smell bad on the outside. We got to the rift. She fixed the rift. We were beset by a snot monster. We are now doing battle with it from inside the submarine, which is already getting beat around, which is kind of problematic because we're very far away from where we need to be when this is all over. And yeah, no, it's gonna be good. Don't worry about it. We're saving purgatory or wherever we are. It's gonna be fine. No.
And meanwhile, we have a cannon bouncing around on an accordion, basically, that blows hot bubbles at its enemy.
Does it go
Yes.
every time it accordions?
Yeah,
Nice.
but it sounds like it's underwater.
Just, I didn't expect you to go full Wonka with the gun, but now that it's here, that's
Always
where
go
we
full
are.
Wonka.
Always go full Wonka.
The full Wonka. Sometimes you just gotta hit him with the full Wonka.
There it is. Yeah. Yes, it's gonna be fine. 3 more episodes and we're fighting gods. Don't worry about it. We're good. Yeah.
I feel like we
100%.
scaled very rapidly. I think things got intense.
Listen, we're now level 7. It's god killing time. That's what
just-
You're
happens.
not fighting gods. You're fighting with a god.
That's a good point. Yeah.
We did go full season 4 of Battlestar Galactica.
You're
though.
fighting snot. Maybe God snot, but still snot. You know,
we're fighting things that are fighting gods. So we're fighting
It's very
adjacent.
telling that that's what our DM sends against us.
Yeah, snot.
Snot?
Yeah,
I
God's
could put my
not.
players against gods, or I could put them against some snot. What
Mhm.
do they deserve?
Snot,
Hmm.
you know,
Mhm. We brought this upon ourselves. It's true.
Yes.
it's less what they
100%.
could deserve and more what can they handle.
Accurate. Fair.
Valid.
It is also true.
Valid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's no light.
Kidding, I love y'all.
Yeah.
Snotty water snakes.
And we do too, but we love you too. But we also, that's about all we can handle. Yeah, snot. Yeah, that's true.
First of all, Freely doesn't realize that. Okay, so yeah.
I mean, it is a lot of snot.
Yes, and it was
it.
actually pulling her down
Mm.
at one point.
But we knocked it off. And
Mhm.
it was not 100% clear if there's more than one. It seemed like one really big one, but there might actually be two, if I recall correctly. It wasn't
Yeah, you weren't
completely
really
clear.
able to tell.
Yeah.
I think you tried to perceive that, and these things are almost invisible in the water. And you were I think you rolled an nat 20, which is why you saw them at all. So you were able to kind of get the jump on them there.
You've also referred to them in the plural 3 times. So there you go. That's yes, the answer's that question, doesn't it?
Well, whatever it's they or them are is getting multiple attacks. So I guess once again, doesn't
Yeah,
matter how many there
maybe
are,
I
just
was
how many
using
attacks.
non-binary language.
Yeah.
Because snot as well as
Snot has-
humans do not
yeah.
have to be gendered.
Yeah.
I respect the snot's pronouns as I obliterate it. That is
Yeah.
true. Mhm.
It also could be a hive mind situation.
It's true.
Lots of little snots with making a big snot.
Mhm.
I mean, we're fighting in an elementary school.
Daisy isn't
Possible.
Thank
Yeah,
you for coming
we
with me
do
on
we
that,
do
Hope.
tend to hang around a young warlock.
That is true. A young snotty warlock. Wait a second. Has this all been like Daisy's weird fantasy this entire time? There's a cute, beloved turtle. There's a snot monster.
I
We're
think
gonna
you're
have
onto
words
something.
during the introduction here. I'm like, what?
Roll
Hey!
Taylor.
Follow the raven's call as darkness begins to fall. To test your faith, it's time for the diamonds to break and choose whose side you will take. Give in to the powers revealed and come make a deal with your silver
Steve.
I refuse to participate.
It's all right. Someone has to be the audience, and we appreciate you coming along with us on this journey.
I
That's
can't
hipster
sing.
Todd. He
I never
sang,
learned to sing.
he sang the song before it was cool.
Also before we start, every time myself or one of our crew rolls a nat 20, someone in the audience has a chance of winning a legendary bundle courtesy of D&D Beyond. So keep your eyes out for that. We are in our final countdown of 3 episodes to go before this series concludes. So now's your chance, you know? Yeah. I don't want to hear any whining or moaning. Like with the whole, like, people are always like, you barely rolled today. I didn't get a chance to win a bundle because Bronze didn't throw 8,000 creatures. I've been doing it. I've been pulling for y'all for 2 weeks. I don't want to hear it.
That's mainly me and Chad, actually.
I don't want to hear it.
Darn
Because
it,
Chad's always
Todd.
like, there was nothing to roll on today and I didn't get to win anything. Tell me for the last 2 episodes there haven't been lots of rolls.
I think
Y'all,
there was 3 last time.
There were 3
I will
last time.
turn this car around.
Yeah.
Lots of perception checks going on from here on out. Every room you discover. I'd like to
I
start the room.
perceive it.
Are they-
Yes.
I will set fireball into this car.
And Jasmine is winning the Nat 20. It's not a war, the Nat 20 race. Like of
Yeah.
all of us, she has rolled. I have the stats, the most Nat 20s. So
Really?
I
Not
mean-
me?
nope. Oh, you're gonna make me actually pull up the stats.
I mean,
wasn't going to.
theoretically, she's rolled more than
Well,
us,
we're not
period,
counting the,
so
the rolls he cheats. So
That's true. I do roll more
Oh.
often.
So I keep track
You
of it
got
mostly
me.
for funsies because it's going to be uneven for
disappears.
everybody. Like Jasmine just rolls more, and the characters that do the fighting that are actually actively attacking are going to have more opportunities, and those of us who maybe cause other people to roll throws for saving throws are not going to have quite as many opportunities. But at the moment, yeah, you are very clearly winning. I have pre episode 17 and episode 18 going forward with the slightly altered cast. But at the moment, if we start with episode 18, you have 12.
Oh, you know what it also might be?
You're cheating.
You know,
She would never cheat, B Dave.
It's not
first
cheating
off.
when you're the DM. You're like, that's real rough. Looks like he'd crit again. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love this about y'all, but you also tend to have a tendency to adopt my NPCs and take them with you everywhere. So they end up rolling a lot.
Yeah.
You
Who,
have
us?
like a you're
around,
like,
sees
wow, this
dozens."
throwaway character, we adopted you now. You're ours.
You know,
Come with
some,
us.
some
And
of
I'm
us,
like, oh, this
permanent part of the
voice is
cast
really
now.
annoying to do. Like, even like Machete, I'm like, oh, I'll have to do this voice for like what? Like 10 minutes? Nope. 19 episodes later, you know, like
that's
I
your
want your teeth. And I'm like,
that's
I
your
wanted
fault
the
for making
doll.
them so wonderful.
I
You know,
wanted a doll, and Sophia's got me a doll, and then things escalated.
some of us grew up
So
on Final
quickly.
Fantasy. You know, it's like, you've got a name and dialogue. You're one of us now. Let's go. Yeah.
Also, what Jasmine has described has been the fate of every DM in every D&D game ever of all time. It's like, I'm just going to create a character out of nothing. And oh, now this is your best friend and you're taking them with you everywhere. Oh, no.
I have a flump that will never die.
Exactly. Yep.
I go
Oh
out
my
of my way to
God.
harm those characters. But yes, locked in combat with
story.
the snot monster.
You got a
Our-
story.
It's,
Yeah.
Gotta
our
fight things.
our
Let's kill-
submersible is beat up.
let's save the
We're all.
universe.
I think we were at the top of the third
It's
round.
actually you, right?
Yes.
It's about you.
I
It's
have us
your
at. We
mission.
should be starting with Freely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Havara just went. We are with Freely.
And our sub only got hit once. So
Yes.
it's doing okay. It has a pretty high AC.
Yeah, I hit with the stun.
Jen,
so
I have
had
the
less
ooze
attacks.
going before Avren and then before you. Does that match up?
So
with
what
you
I have it, as where we are in combat, I'll put it
Mm-hmm.
in our chat.
Okay.
I have our
Ooh.
initiative and I have the Dave stats as well.
Cool.
Ah, Jen's the
Classy.
best.
Yeah,
Thank you,
because Dave
Jen.
has an AC
Welcome.
of 17, right?
About right. I'm
18.
kind of hard to hit though. That's true.
18.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
not
we mean
bad.
the sub.
And how? I think I had it written down that it took 14 hit points of damage. Is that right?
I have it as taking 16 off of
Mhm.
it 75, leaving it
Mhm.
at 59.
6.
That makes sense.
Do I
Yeah, and
have
it makes sense to
14
start
written
here
down and
because-
underlined. Okay, I'll take 16. That's
Our boy
Yes, I
took a
wrote
hit.
start here, so we didn't forget.
No, that's good. That's good.
okay. So you're at 59 health on the Dave unit.
Thanks
that's
for
right.
that,
Because
Sophia's.
the last thing
wait,
that happened
or wait,
is
no, that was-
Avahara licked the tear closed. So
Mhm.
yeah.
And then that's when we ended.
It was
Yeah.
Orkira that named this thing Dave, by the way,
It was,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks
she-
for that, Orkira.
Yeah. You're welcome. I mean, no one complained. So
What was it? The deep aquatic vehicle for-
Vehicular explorer.
Explorer. Yep. Vehicular Explorer.
Oh.
Yep.
I did vehicular because I said it's fun to say.
It
And
is fun to
that-
say.
That was my contribution. My contribution.
Vehicular.
Vehicular. All right.
Vehicular.
So-
Okay. So this thing it's gargantuan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Freely, contrary to popular opinion, is no fool. So I'm not going to get out of the sub and engage this thing. Although I'm not gonna lie, thought about it. But what and currently we have its attention. It is not going after our turtle goddess anymore, right? It is like very much fixed on us.
Yeah. You
Hmm.
successfully, I believe, challenged it.
I did hit it with compel duel, but technically the next time anything attacked it, that broke. So it's like but I was going to hit it with Compel Duel again if we didn't have its attention, but if we do, it is all good.
Yeah, it seems to be fixated on you because you've dealt some damage to it.
Excellent. Then since we established I was the one piloting the sub, I am going to use my turn for the dodge action. But I'm still heading away from the rift. I think she's fixed it, but I don't know. So I very much am like throwing it in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And trying to lead this thing away. So
So
that
to
is what
paint the picture for our audience. They were on the back of this gigantic turtle, about the size of an island. They were closer near her face, but these strange ooze-like tendrils is the best way to describe it, gripped her and started to kind of wrap around her neck and try to bring her kind of closer down to the surface, off course towards where this rift where they're trying to repair is. Freely tried to buy her some time by distracting this creature, and through the Dave in reverse, where you've been like, in my imagination, like bouncing along backwards along her back while she was moving forward still and trying to kind of reach the rift. You're still in reverse now. If you went your whole movement, I think like since you've moved twice, at this point you would be rolling off her back.
if we're nearing her edge, when I get to the edge of her, let's see, if I were a lightning worm, would I be in the depths or would I be near the surface? I am actually going to start trying to take us back up, because I realized you said we dove a tremendous distance on her back. So I'm gonna, when we get to the back, it's kind of like full Knight Rider it, like, like try and head towards the surface.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but again, expressly just trying to get the worm away from her, away from the rift, just like see what we're gonna do. Although as I'm hitting it, basically, I'm like, hey, Alyndra, wait. If this thing is just a bunch of snot, can we just prestidigitate it out of here? Like, I mean, would that work? Because you're
It
sort of
doesn't usually work on sentient things, but you can certainly try.
I mean, do we know if it's
It's a
sentient?
phrase I heard somewhere.
I don't know. Yeah, but my actual thing is dodge, action, punch it. So like unnecessary barrel rolls in the day as we're heading out of there. Yeah.
Really, if I saw his stomach, I would throw up right now.
I'm like, no, go with it, Avren. Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
I'll aim for you.
That I can prestidigitate. Okay. And then that's it for me.
Perfect. Okay. So mechanically, I think like you're just taking the dodge / disengage action. Perfect.
Yeah.
It is
imposing disadvantage on the creature to attack us.
Yes. Which is perfect because now it is the Ooze's turn. It is going to try to reach or slam against you again. It actually moves very fast in the water, about as fast as your Dave unit, but it will be attacking with disadvantage this time. Which is good because that first roll was a 17 raw. The second one's 11, and a 16 does not hit.
Hey, no.
Yeah, so you duck under it as it like kind of and it slams against Ahavara's shell, which is, you notice, very strong. It slams against her shell, not even leaving a dent really, as you very deftly kind of circle around it and keep moving back up towards the front. You notice now actually that after repairing the rift, Ahavara is kind of like very slowly starting to kind of naturally with her buoyancy ascend to the surface, but she's not actively moving since she's already taken her turn, so it's happening very slowly. And then it is Sofieus' turn.
Oh, I think I'm going to try and do this again. I would very much like for this thing to be tiny, so I'm going to cast Reduce. and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 14 or higher.
Oh, wait, you're right. We did miss Penelope. Sorry. I'm going to have to roll that back. I don't know how that happened. I have Penelope going after
I just gave away my
Alyndra.
game plan.
Yes.
It's a
that's
good gameplay.
Thank you.
You were right. I apologize. That's completely my mistake. I did miss Penelope. Penelope, you were supposed to go before the ooze, but we'll say that you were distracted and are going after.
I'm just talking to everyone else while Penelope is doing her thing.
I feel like Freely would like steer in such a way that like Penelope was the fixed point as like the thing around.
Penelope stabilizes the gyroscope.
Yeah.
Penelope's just gonna call it. Okay, are we running or are we fighting?
I mean, why not both? Really, I think we're running and then shooting behind us rapidly.
Evasive maneuvers.
Sure, what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm on team kill, so I'm always on team kill.
All right. You guys have fun without me. And I'm gonna head towards getting out of the sub.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know if that'll take a full action because of the depressurizing or whatever.
No, it'll just take your movement. But you're able to get out. Yeah.
Oh.
That's how I have it in my head, is that like the time you would spend moving, you instead spend moving through the airlock.
Okay.
And
Cool.
because like, you know, although we're going in turns, because it's D&D, this is technically all happening kind of at the same time. So you would still be moving forward with the group as you're in the Dave unit with B-Dave, but you can still use your movement but you won't be able to move like that. That's how I would rule it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Avren?
Do you need backup, or are you just going to like become a big rage thingy or something?
I wouldn't say no to friendship. Yay!
Avren, like you said, why not both?
I don't breathe. I'll go ahead and tag along. Okay.
Yeah, I'll come along too. I got the dunk dunk dunk.
Okay, so Penelope is going to leave Dave and gonna position herself in a way that she's in front of this beast, and she's going to just kind of come together, and she's just gonna push all the water as she goes to clap, and she's gonna clap and cast Thunder Wave as like a wave of sound just ripples out towards it.
Perfect.
Nice.
And I am casting it at my 4th level.
Ooh,
So
big
that is
damage.
5d8.
Big damage. Big damage.
24 points of thunder damage.
Yeah. Perfect. Does that knock it back as well?
Oh, let me see. Yes. Oh, sorry. You need to make a Constitution saving throw. I forgot about that.
I am very constitutional. 14. Not that
Ooh.
constitutional.
You still make it though.
Oh, okay.
So take a half damage, and you are not pushed.
Okay. So you did 24, so I'll add 12. Almost said the HP out loud. So you clap your hands, and like with almost like with the force of like the water moving, but also with like a small crackle of electricity, you see like these ripples kind of form in the water. And it almost seems like for a moment this creature with like this like maw that like kind of is like almost like a shifting hologram. Sometimes it shows and other times it's invisible. You see it for a split second, you think it's going to stop, but then it just continues pushing through, but still soaking up a lot of that damage. And then it is Sofieus' turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna hop out of Dave for friendship and and swim over to where the action is happening and say, I would very much like for this thing to be smaller. I'm going to try and make it tiny, but it has to make a Constitution saving throw, 14 or higher.
Come on.
I don't know how well my magic works underwater.
That time I got a 21.
Oh,
I did say
Got
I was
the-
very
That
constitutional.
chunky con bonus. Yep.
You roll very well.
He's a big buddy.
Okay. Well, I have something else up my sleeve.
Mhm.
How far away am I from Dave?
So you can't since you kind of use your movement to go out through the airlock, so you're right by the Dave unit. You would be adjacent to it.
Okay. I have nothing else up my sleeve, but wait until next time.
Okay, perfect.
Nothing up my sleeve. Nothing up my sleeve.
Nothing up here.
And
Hey,
then
Rocky.
I have Avren.
So we've only seen one of these, correct?
You can't be sure. I think Freely tried to discern how many there were, but they're very long and tendril-like. And like I said, a lot of the time when they're not attacking or when they're not like shouting or screaming at you with that weird supersonic sound, you can't even see them. They're almost invisible to the naked eye.
I am going. I'm just going to cast. Oh, this is rough. It is a creature of the deep, so that really sucks. I'm just going to cast Mind Sliver on this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. It's an intelligence saving throw 14.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to basically drive a psychic spike into its brain, whatever is left inside of this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and do psychic damage. And then it has to subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Okay. I rolled a 2 on my intelligence bonus.
Nice.
Excellent. That's what you want to hear.
Herp a derp.
And I do
They're
9
not
points
smart.
of psychic damage as I'm like,
Perfect.
stop, or you'll die. We'll all kill you, and it'll be very bad for you, giant booger.
Okay, perfect. And then it gets disadvantage on its next saving throw?
It loses 1d4.
Oh, it loses 1d4.
Yeah, it's like a mini bane on its next
Mini
saving
bane.
throw.
Perfect.
You know me.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Awesome. Then I have the ooze going. I think that might not be in your tracker, Jem, because it lost its turn last time. I forget how it lost its turn.
The spell, the light they gave me.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
you are right. You are correct. That was how. Okay, so
Because
is-
Avren is a
Oh, is
cleric
there
of
a
the
bless
light.
up as well?
No, not that I
No.
know of.
Okay.
yeah, I don't think you have bless up. You just have the active spell effects from that light attack, I think. Ooh. It is gonna
And I know
come
where it is on the plane because of Mind Spike last time.
Yes. It can no longer re-stealth from you, was my understanding of that, right? Yeah. So it is going to strike out. I got a 19. However, you are standing between it and the Dave unit now. Was I correct with that, Penelope?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to like come down on you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
All right. As it strikes down on you, it's also going to attempt to grapple you. So make a dexterity saving throw.
I can do that. That is a 21.
Okay, so you manage to slip out of it, kicking your tiny little halfling feet as you doggy paddle away from its grasp. However, you will still take the damage, but you're only going to take half, which is good for you.
Oof.
Because that's... So you take half of that. 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As it kind of like strikes down, it hits you and you manage to like squeeze out of its grasp with like a sound. It underestimates or overestimates how large you are. And you see like as you pull your ankle free, like a sort of ring of almost decay forming around your ankle.
Ooh.
And yeah, nasty. And then it is Alyndra's turn.
All right, I will look at the creature and I will once again Mind Spike it.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Wisdom 15 save with Avren's minus 1d4. I'm going to upcast this to 3rd level as well.
Okay. Todd, I'm going to have you roll the d4.
Okay, awesome. I love this spell.
I'm gonna cast do a wisdom saving throw. Of which I do not make. I got an 11. I'm assuming that doesn't pass.
And I got a 3.
No, that does not succeed. So I reach into its mind. And I will
Perfect.
do 18 points of damage.
Woohoo.
And I will
Ooh.
continue to know what it is doing, where
Nice.
it is.
This thing looks rough and desperate. It gives out another like sort of almost not dashboard, windshield cracking shriek. You see the glass kind of like shiver on the panes when it shrieks this time. Those of you that are still inside the Dave unit. And then it is once again the Ooze's turn. It's going to try to grab Penelope again while it's like sort of in this like painful state. Go ahead and make another dex save for me, Penelope.
Come on. Ah, it's another 21.
Perfect. I rolled an 18. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't get grappled, but you do get struck again with another as it tries to grab you again. You slip out again. Shockingly, these creatures have not come across a lot of halflings in the deep ocean. It doesn't know quite what to do with you. Oh,
Deep Ocean Halfling is like Deep Ocean
10.
Merfolk would be so much fun.
So you take another 10 points of necrotic damage as this thing like, pushes against you again and tries to grab you. You manage to wrestle yourself free from its grasp. And everywhere it leaves its like sort of slime, you get this like necrotic feeling, or your flesh starts to melt away there, almost like a jellyfish. You get these like stings on your skin that burn deep. Then it is Ahavara's turn. She is going to spend her entire movement moving up towards the surface. This is very
Am I going, or is Avahara at
Wait,
the bottom of the initiative?
How did I miss 2 of you?
Well, I know I
you
rolled
were
like
you were supposed to go before Avren.
Oh no, I thought I rolled really, really bad. So I was just waiting
No,
for basically the end of the turn.
I have it written down too. Oh
It's
my
fine.
gosh. Chat, I'm sorry. Players, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I missed 2.
It's
I've
been
never
a
done that before.
long week of
Oh,
Oh, no, you're fine. You're doing great.
It's awesome.
That's a gift.
It
Fine.
happens. We're good.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
here. We're all gonna go.
all
No,
that
I
matters.
quit.
It's true. You
I'm
can't
angry.
quit. You're fired.
Yeah, there we
They're
go.
gonna insert you before Ahavara here, or Kira.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to go now. I'm more than
Yeah.
happy to. I know I rolled horribly in my initiative, so I'm gonna look at everyone and go friendship, and I'm going to follow Penelope out of the airlock. I'm going to see that Penelope is hurt and say, no, let's fix that. And so I'm going to healing word you as my bonus action at 2nd level. So you're gonna get 7 health back.
thank you.
And then I'm going to look at the snot monster, and my instinct is to do fire things. And the last time I did fire things, it sucked. And so instead, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame, which is only flame-like radiance. I need snot monster flame-like. It is actually radiant damage. So, flame adjacent. I need the creature to make a dexterity saving throw DC 14.
My dexterous? I'm very dexterous.
Yeah, probably. But the important part was the healing, so.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
modifier.
I don't look away from Penelope in time to cast and get it. But now I'm outside with Penelope. Yay. And that's all.
Friendship.
Friendship.
All right. So
Well, no,
now-
I got the bubble on from Avahara. So
Oh
we
yeah,
can-
that's true. That is true.
We can
Yeah.
actually. That's why it was okay to leave.
Yeah. Which it kind of seemed like I retconned that, but that was something I was gonna. There's like a wondrous item, I think, that's like a bubble, and I was like, oh, that's perfect for this campaign, and then I forgot to mention that when you guys were going down. Okay, so now it is Ahavara's turn, and you actually feel like, since you're all kind of floating outside of the deep sea exploration unit, you kind of like you're floating and then you're not, as you feel like her shell kind of push against your feet and start pushing you up with her. And so she starts moving up, and when she moves up, the speed is a little dizzying, but she does know you're on her back. However, she doesn't know you're outside of the Dave unit, so she is not descending as gently as she did the first time. I'm going to need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw to see how well you keep her footing as she starts kind of pushing up towards the surface.
So to be clear, the sub and the individuals are all on her back?
Oh, yeah. You're in the sub, so you're fine. You didn't leave, right? Yeah,
No,
so you're
I'm
fine.
yeah, okay. I'm evasive maneuvering.
Yeah, the Dave unit is pretty good. It's heavier. It doesn't have so it's like it doesn't have this like issue when she moves very quickly of getting pushed by the sudden like momentum change.
Got it.
So it's just those of us outside the sub that need to give you.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I should have clarified.
That's okay.
I got a 6.
I also got a 6.
I got a 6.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's the devil.
Oh.
All 3 of us got 6s.
The number of the desolate one.
I was gonna say 666.
Damn.
Why do you have that just inside of you?
See, this is what you get for leaving.
Mhm.
I'm okay with this turn of events. I'm not
So-
surprised.
Other than Sophia's, because she rolled a 21, the 3 of you lose your footing and kind of like are pushed against the shell at a sort of rapid speed. Yeah, you're knocked prone.
Mm.
Okay, sorry. My screen just went blank there. I thought.
Looks like we win. Yay, USA.
And this is like a new computer
USA.
build. So I was like, did I build a bad PC?
No.
We're good.
Okay.
Mhm.
We're fine. We're fine.
Looks like we won.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
We beat the PC. Wait, no, that other PC. Hold
Please
on.
don't beat my PC. I just fixed it. Do not deal any damage to my PC. So you're kind of knocked prone as you're like pushed against the surface of this like shell that's pushing up against you, and you lose your footing. The best way to describe this is like being flattened against an elevator as it's moving up at a speed that you're not quite comfortable with. It's not as gentle as when she came down. And then it is, see, now I'm gonna take extra care. Freely's turn.
We're back at the top. It's me.
Yes.
So who's still on board the sub with me?
Just Alyndra, just
I'm
the
like-
2 of you.
I'm like, Alyndra, Sofieus was the only one that could shoot the gun. Okay. All right. This is
true.
cool. This is cool.
Perhaps she's developed some sort of machine that does that for her from a distance.
I mean, is that us? Like, I don't know. Are we the? I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
No.
I don't. It's see. I was trying to pay attention to it, but you have to like pull, but then like twist that other thing. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense when I watch her do this stuff. It just works for her. Which
Mhm.
I've been telling her to try magic, but instead she's been fiddling with the tools, and she's very good at what she does. So it's her thing. But yes, I don't know who will operate it. So
Is that how you feel when you watch me do stuff? Like you like read and think about it, and you have like formulas and stuff, and I'm like, no, it's like this. Like is that?
I do my homework.
Oh, yeah. You are very smart.
You
You're very
use
smart.
your bonus action in banter.
Well, but I have
Bonus
my,
banter.
Thank you.
my full action is cantrip to Ahavara. As I'm like piloting the sub behind her, and I'm like, excuse me, your mighty turtlefulness. What are we doing now? Because the rift is clear, but there's a thing that's like eating my friends, and I'm like, what's the play here? Are we surfacing? Are we diving? Are we fighting? Are we running? Could you just? I need some divine inspiration. Message.
And she responds and says, "I'm getting out of here."
I mean, are you afraid? Like, what's the? I mean, because we can like handle those things. I mean, they're just like snot
There's
worms.
many of them by the rift.
Oh, we're leaving. Cool. And I'll leave it up to you, Jasmine, if because I've already cast the cantrip, but I don't know. We've established this thing has a spotlight. If I can like click it on and off, so like they know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, on off.
Yeah, you suddenly get like lights flashed in your eyes as you're laying on the floor. You know,
Oh,
like
I think something's in trouble.
as you're like strobed, because this is like a giant spotlight meant for like deep sea exploration. It's also like magical, so it's meant to penetrate. So it's like someone's casting light in your face repeatedly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Except
Really, you're
if-
never
yeah.
supposed to flash other pods when you're driving. Okay.
Freely
that's-
does not know Morse code, so he just sort of like wails on the switch a couple of times and try with my movement, try and keep up as best I can. You know, stay over her shell essentially. She's, ascending.
Everyone else will have ample time to recover. However, Penelope, I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain your vision or not.
Oh no.
Totally thought you were about to chuck. She's gonna be like, you
it's
got
a
the
19.
bins.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, with a 19, you like rub the light out of your eyes as you're like kind of pushed against the floor of this elevator, a rising turtle elevator, and it is your turn.
A rising turtle lifts all halflings.
Party members.
Yeah, all party members. Yes.
So we're running. Are we still under attack?
Yes.
Yes.
Penelope, I think I have an idea.
Blub, 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 blub.
Can you communicate? Can you do the sendy sends? Can you
Don't
do
you also
something?
have
We all got air
helmet?
bubbles. Yeah, we
Oh,
talked.
oh yeah, we all got air bubbles. Okay.
Can Orkira talk with other people, like from a distance? Can anyone talk to Freely?
I can, but I'm too busy riding a turtle elevator.
I mean, Freely did kind of talk to you. You see the giant douche as this like floodlight like kind of envelops all of you all and then like turns off and then goes on again.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
He was like toggling this like steampunky switch.
Avren just starts dancing.
Okay.
It's like
Fine.
those lights people put near their doors where you're like, you know, like the motion activated one.
Yeah.
My parents had one on the back door, the back
Mine
porch.
too.
And let me tell you, every time I'd be like going in the garage to put something away, I'd be like, it's just
Those
I
like-
just feel like you're doing something inherently wrong.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
make you feel guilty just to figure.
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah, like
Sorry for existing.
Is this my house? Am I breaking in? I don't know.
That or the
Thanks.
attack
I'm not
helicopter
supposed
has
to be here.
arrived. The,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
UFO has come to
Go
take us
someone
away or
else's
something.
house.
Yeah.
ghetto bird. Yep.
Okay.
Did we buy you enough time?
No, keep talking.
All right. Well, I do have a pertinent question.
Yes.
When you say we're still being attacked, is this thing like holding on to Avahara as she is rising
It
up?
is also kind of pressed against the shell, and it also did not make its dexterity saving throw. So it's like
Oh no.
you can kind of see it's like thrashing and kind of confused and kind of honestly tangled. This is something that's very used to kind of moving freely in the water, and now it's like
Why is
been
it moving
pushed
freely
down
in the
and kind
water?
of pushed down and kind of like pressed against the mountainous terrain of her back. Doesn't know quite what to do with itself.
Oh, near the volcanoes. Nice.
I'm just waving, trying to get Alyndra or beat or I really don't know who B Dave is,
But it's not
or
your
Freely's
turn.
attention through the glass. I'm just like,
It's Freely's patron.
Okay, Penelope is going to
Cut off your head again?
cut off your head again.
Alyndra's like, okay.
What we call a
It's
Tuesday.
not actually a sign.
Yes, Penelope.
Okay, Penelope is gonna like push herself back up as
Mhm.
she uses half her movement to stand up, and she's just gonna start to like shake in the water, and then she's just gonna go, and you just see her poof into a dire penguin.
Very nice.
Oh.
Yes. And that is my bonus action. So for my action, I wish to multi-attack this thing.
Go for it. Yeah. You are
Okay.
within range.
Okay, great. So my first thing is I'm going to use my beak,
Mhm.
which is a +6 to hit.
Mhm.
I have to do this all manually.
What does Penelope's dire penguin form look like?
Uh, Anyone help?
Maybe you have like big talons for toenails and
I feel like you would be one of
fangs.
those
Are you
tropical
vicious? Are you
penguins,
adorable? Or are
like
you
with
both?
the like with the frill, the head frilly,
yeah.
maybe?
Yes, yes, but it's a large creature, so just I picture a giant
Like Emperor Penguin.
plushie. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is
And
it
penguins
like a
are
little swole
fast in the
though?
water.
Like a
Little
little
swole.
swole.
It's like a
Yeah.
swole emperor penguin. Yes.
Like it lifts.
I don't know what B-Dave's saying because he is on mute.
Oh,
but,
I
like,
muted. My mind went to Wallace and Gromit. Remember when the chicken was posing as or the penguin was posing as a chicken, and he had like those menacing eyes because he was a criminal.
Yeah.
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 I
criminal
only
penguin.
recently discovered Wallace and Gromit. And I was like, who hid this from me? I tweeted about it. I discovered it like a week or two ago.
I very much enjoyed your thread of,
My
of,
tweet
of
along?
awareness.
Yeah.
It's those films are
Yeah.
delightful.
Shameless plug. You should follow me on Twitter for my Wallace and Gromit tweet alongs because I just started watching it.
And also the sick burns. Those are
Please,
those are
Gromit!
the
Also,
I'm
brackets.
doing that all the time now.
Mhm.
Now I'm just picturing.
Wensleydale, Gromit.
Wensleydale.
Now I'm just picturing claymation Penelope dire penguin attacking this
100%.
ooze, and
my
it's
gift to you.
amazing in my head.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so the attacks.
I got a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Yes. So that is going to be 12 points of piercing damage, and it says here I can make a grapple check.
Yes.
So is that me doing it or are you doing it? I forget.
I have to roll a dex save,
Okay.
I believe. Yes. Or strength. It depends, I think, on what you're doing.
Its beak is basically like biting into it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I rolled a 1.
Oh.
My God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my
So
God. oh my
even
God, oh my
with
God,
my
oh my God, oh my God.
crazy, even with
Do
my
it, do it.
crazy
I'm gonna do it.
modifier. All right, so I'm grappled.
Okay, second attack. The dire penguin can fling. If it has the creature grappled, it may fling that creature as an action. The penguin,
Okay.
I make an athletics check. I know that it's a giant creature,
Mhm.
but it rolled a 1.
It did roll a 1. Okay, so it is a giant creature. I'm gonna have you make a strength, like an athletics check to see.
Okay, what is this athletics I'm going off of? Oh no. Okay. Athletics +5. Okay. I'll
This is
take-
you've got the snot on your face.
You're aiming for over a 15 here for something. that
It's a
I have.
22.
Okay, so with the 22 and with the health that this creature has, when you grab it with your beak and go to fling it, you tear its head clean off.
Oh.
And you just see like a almost like someone pulling these tendrils apart, and you just see that like its rest of its corpse kind of fall limp onto a Havara shell and just kind of slink down into the depths lifelessly, completely ragdolls. And Penelope turns around and looks at you all with this like floppy head, almost like a giant fish in her mouth.
And she just kind of does this.
Well, that was disgusting and fun.
Did she just rip that thing's head off as a penguin?
Yeah, it only had like 9 points of health left, and I was like, if she can make an athletics check, she gets it.
That's so awesome. I
With
love
that, you
Jasmine.
exit initiative.
Oh my god.
Penelope, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Can you teach me how to do that?
So what do you think we can cook with this, Sofieus?
Oh, I've got so much butter, and Orkira, I think, still has some marshmallows.
Always.
We could butter marshmallow
Poison snot
not
creature?
fish.
Yeah, so like a fruit salad.
Yes.
Okay.
But like the gross ones with the marshmallow. I'll bring in the
They're-
sub
they're
for
all
them
gross.
to get back on the sub. By the way, yeah.
As we're coming in, the Dave unit got whacked a couple of times. Is
yeah,
this
you
something?
actually see like a part where it's like crunched in.
Hmm.
There's like a little trickle of water coming in inside. Nothing too scary yet.
Is this something that needs expert hands, or is this something some mending could fix?
Mending in time could fix it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things that if you spend a short rest repairing it, for every short rest that you spend using either a tinkering ability or a mending like ability, it'll restore 10 hit points.
Okay.
I'm just going to do a quick investigation check to make sure my cannon that I saw it into the side of this thing isn't the reason it has a leak.
No, it got hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it got hit by the giant slime creature twice, I think, or at least once. And because you were all in the Dave unit took the brunt of that damage. But yeah, if you wanted to spend a short rest mending it while you sort of come to the surface, it'll restore 10 hit points, and that'll bring it back to someone else should keep track of the Dave's hit points. That's not me.
I can add that.
Perfect.
So we were at 59. That'll take us to a nice number.
I was feeling pretty sleepy, but I have a few tools and some glue. I might be able to fix this thing. I certainly want to make sure that we still get out of here alive now that we've killed the glue fish, or the snot fish.
I feel like when Sofieus is like pulling out all of her tools and like really like trying to look at this like a scientist, really just sort of like grabs a bar and like mends and like just like puts things back into place with mending. I'm like, no, yeah, Sofieus, great. No, makes total sense.
No, maybe, you know what? Maybe Alyndra is onto something. Maybe I do need to learn more magic. I'm making things more complicated than they need to be.
Well, you know, a friend of mine told me that if you think about it, cooking is actually a form of necromancy, because you take something that was dead and bring it back to life.
That sounds like heresy.
Is Penelope still a dire penguin?
I think she is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I can't get inside Dave, but
Yeah, she's like probably bopping Dave up on
Okay,
and down on
Griff
her head
would swim
a-
alongside with you, since Griff is in a tentacle form.
like a beach ball is how I imagine it, you know. Maybe nestle you underneath her belly down on her feet like an egg.
yes.
I hate
I mean,
it.
she's not quite that big, but you know.
We did ask for external shocks to be applied to Dave. I'm like, this would be the point. I'm like, nope.
Penelope, do you want to eat it, or do you want to cook it? And Orkira will meaningfully look at the volcanoes in the back of Avahara's back.
Cook.
I
will help the penguin up the volcano, which is a sentence I just said, and I love it so much.
Yeah. You're still moving upwards, but yeah, you could totally do this. So you accompany Penelope to the top of one of these like volcanoes. Instead of the usual kind of big puffs of steam and good sulfury air they let out, right now they're underwater, so it's more just like these big bubbles that don't really smell like anything because you're in a bubble. But it is still hot. The water kind of being pushed and jetted out of here is super hot in nature, super heated, and coming out with a lot of force. How do you attempt to cook this thing? Using Orkira's help, what strategies do you use?
I mean, Penelope doesn't know the first thing about cooking. She's just going to try to toss it in.
Okay.
I like this plan. That's basically what I was going to do. Yeah.
She's
yeah.
like,
just
this
throw
will
it in.
work.
Yeah.
You toss in this thing that looks kind of like a big stretched out fish's head, and it goes down with a big flump. And then, let's see.
No, not the flumps.
Ooh, okay, perfect. I just rolled for luck. This is for chaos. It shoots back up with force. Now, where it was translucent, it actually has like a pale gray, almost charred at the edges sort of color. It is no longer that like weird holographic sort of material that kind of makes it hard to see it. It's actually very opaque now. And when it shoots out, and it's kind of charred, shoots out above you, but I mean, you could grab it with your beak.
I just want to see it be free.
That went really far.
You just see it fly up like a bottle rocket as you like also continue to move up.
I feel like the moment that happened, Freely would be like, it's not dead yet. Evasive maneuvers.
To you, it would almost be unrecognizable. It would be like, what's that big fishy thing?
And Penelope and I are just gonna like stand there and watch this thing until we're on the surface again. Just,
Yeah, just a few minutes later, you reach the surface and you see the giant carcass kind of floating some distance away now because it was shot out with some force.
Bunch?
And yeah,
What?
you're
I'm like,
back.
so did we win? Did we save the world plane town kingdom? I don't know. Did we fix the thing?
Don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
is-
fixed.
Well, we still have Chrysawa.
Yeah,
That's,
But I
that's-
mean,
that's a whole
we
thing.
won't have more of that guy
that's true.
because he sounds like a mean guy. Honestly, I don't like the sound of it at all.
I mean, he keeps being described as a world-ending event, so I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't think he'd be a world ender. I mean, like, the world existed before him, so how could he end it?
That's true.
He could
Uh,
destroy our
I
world.
think your math is a bit wrong on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's math?
Okay. Well, I think you're wrong. How about that? So I'll just be more clear. I think something can destroy things.
Alyndra, I know you are a visionary. Do you have any ability to, like, I don't know, scry or look to see if like Kretzala's around here or anything of that nature?
I don't have that ability. I can look to see if in other places Kretzala is waiting. In places we've been.
Well,
Oh,
again,
like-
it's heading to the village.
Like got ahead of us type deal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be frightening.
I can
Well,
use clairvoyance to see places that we've been and places that I can anticipate. But
well,
not-
didn't Hank's people, they were keeping an eye on it, and then on the way here, Avahara, didn't you say that you felt it? You like felt something weird in the ocean? You thought it might have been the worm?
Yeah, there's something happening not far from here. Disturbance.
Can
Okay,
you
wait.
describe where?
Yeah, it's that way. And she points one of her feet like to the east of you.
Okay,
Okay.
different plan though. Different plan. I feel like some of my unique skills are being wasted behind the wheel here. So maybe Sophia should drive because you can shoot the gun. So, and then I can get out of the sub and do a little bit of the old,
What?
you know, and then I'd light up the green flame blade.
The pew pew.
I thought you were busy haphazardly and awkwardly mending the ship. Which also I don't
That's
know
what
why
he
I don't know why we need this fake button. I don't know what this now does. Why is this
Sophia's
here?
put it there. Look, man,
That's
I'm
you,
just trying
that's
to think this
you.
thing. Like, no, I don't.
Your
make
mending
new
cantrip is
stuff. I
way
just
wank.
put
It's
things
janky.
back where they came from. That's all. I don't know
Really,
how any
did
of this
you
works.
mend my cannon to make it easier to manage?
I mean, I mended because like ocean water was coming in where you drill holes in the
Okay.
stuff. But besides that,
I believe you.
no,
Well, I believe you.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no, I think it's a good idea to let me take over. You do a lot of damage, so you should
Second
definitely
point.
be outside.
Second point. Remember, part of this whole thing was we could let Kretzala swallow the whole sub and detonate it from inside. Which I don't. Did we get like a remote control or something? Because is there like a timer? I'm not really sure the actual functionality of that.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah. We should
No,
probably know in
no,
advance
no,
if this is
let's-
like a one-way trip for one of us before we do it. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's a one-way trip, like no, Sophius, you
I
won't
mean,
drive. I will drive.
certainly if
I
we
will drive.
needed to, we could have Griff manage that. Because Griff would just revert to a different plane and then I could please summon them.
You know,
But
You're
Well,
you're
Griff
really
dies
let
a
me off the
lot.
hook there because I was prepared to do the heroic death thing, but I got some other stuff I
Right,
want to
but I
do,
don't-
and I just
freely, when I
yeah.
met you, I saved your life. I'm not going to let you throw it away that easily.
Thank you,
too.
Alyndra. Yeah. Yeah.
Sophia's, you're pretty good with the whole sub. Can you figure out how to make it go boom?
Well, I'm afraid that I have not quite adjusted the cannon in a way that it could go boom.
Well, no, because the
Sally.
person who built the sub said that she was gonna make it so that the whole sub could go boom.
Well, we could make the whole sub go boom, but we have no sub after that. So as long as everyone is on board.
But we'd
Well,
have
no,
no
everybody needs to be
Kretchsala,
off. No, we want to be off
not
board.
on board. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah,
what we
off
don't want.
board.
is that,
That's
right.
not what we
Yeah,
want. We
right,
don't-
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody
I mean,
off
unless we
board.
all want to go
On board is
together,
not-
and that's
Right.
that,
Okay.
No,
friendship.
I love you guys, and like I mean, there's been plenty of times I thought we were all gonna go together, but I mean, like if we have some say in it, I would rather not. Yes.
No, I would rather party afterwards when we're successful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can figure that out, that's great. If not, I could, if we think we're going straight to Kretchmer, I could guess ending and try to talk to somebody, get some instructions.
Are we going straight there, or do we have time to return home and rest a bit and prepare?
I think we.
Turtle God, how
Yeah.
close is the disturbance to say a nice village that we care about a lot and don't want to see be destroyed?
Wait, what?
The disturbance that you sense is it
Yeah.
near land?
Yeah, it's kind of closer. It's near some land. It's not near the big land. It's near a small land.
I mean,
It might be near an island.
I'm getting off of this sub. I'm leaving. Leave me out here. Remember me as I was. No, I thought we were coming out here to finish
I'm
this. to seal
trying
the rift.
really. I don't even know what math is. I'm having a lot of problems
No,
now.
you are a wonderful
You're doing
deity,
great.
and I will make offerings to you every day the rest of my life. And yes, we came out here to seal the rift and defeat Kretchmer. So the job's only half done. Can't go back till it's finished.
Well, let's head. I think we should head to the village first because we already have the Rockmen on standby. They were heading to the village to help us as well. We can trap Kretchmer right in that entrance and maybe make short work of it if we all work together instead of just going by ourselves.
Does Hank have people?
I think Hank has a ton of people.
So they could help?
But we have to convince Hank and his people to work with people who have been their sworn enemies for some time.
And I
We
wish
arrange
Callie
a
was
a
still
marriage
here.
with Callie or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, like, can we get Callie back out here? Because like Hank and Callie, they had a thing. You guys didn't get to meet Callie. She was nice. She's a little stabby, but she's nice.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, you're a little stabby.
I mean, I'm nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're a lot stabby.
I mean, I'm more like smitey if we're gonna be technical. But yeah, okay. But
stabby and the smite happens together though. That's
I wish I had gotten a
Orkira.
chance to meet her. I could have sent her ascending.
I wish you had to. Man, I wish you had to. Or so I don't know, Orkira, maybe check with Hank, see with the status of his people. Maybe they're under attack right now. Maybe they're like, Kretchmer's here right now. Where are our heroes?
Okay. I mean, I can do that. I can send one more sending before I need to take a sleep. Or else I get nervous because then if one of you dies, I can't bring you back. So if you want me to send to Hank, I can do that.
We just gotta go fight a world-ending lightning worm. None of us is gonna die.
And now you understand the nerves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will cast sending. So you want me to tell Hank? You want me to? What actually do you want me to ask Hank? What am I doing?
We seal the rift. It is time to face Kretchmer. Have they seen him, or if they want to help us at the cave entrance?
mainly help us.
Mainly help us.
And let them know that we have other backup as well. So it's like we've got almost like 5 armies and we're all getting together and we're gonna kill this thing.
Oh, 5
man.
armies, you say? Hmm?
Oh,
Well,
those-
right, not
they're
5,
dwarves,
but
though.
like-
a dwarven army is useless. Like,
I
it doesn't
mean, I
have-
thought, don't we at least need a 7-nation army?
The other 4 are all CG.
Yeah.
That was way worse than my. Because
Like-
I just made the island thing happen because I was like, she doesn't know what an island is, and then I had to spell it out. But that was done with intent.
I know it was. It really was. All right, I'm gonna cast sending, and I'm gonna cast sending to Hank, and I'm going to say, we sealed the rift.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just need to kill Kretchmer. Do you know where it is? Also, we have a lot of help.
The town, mention the town.
And I'll look at Avren. I think I only have 1 word left. And then
Just
I
say
will go
the
back
word
into
for
the
the
sending and
town.
say, town. There, I got it.
No! Name of the town! Name of the town.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant like their town or Port Argent or like another
Our town, this
You just kept
terrible
saying
plane that's been
town, so I
going
said-
around.
It's a very, very, very fine town.
Our town is a very, very, very fine town.
And with sending, they can respond, right? It's like message,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
25
Respond in
words.
kind with 25 words. So
Mhm. You get a message back, and it is a voice that would have been familiar to Callie, but not so much to Orkira. Maybe I think she's only heard it one time before.
Yep.
And it is Hank's familiar voice, and he says, kind of like, it's almost like a how to describe it, like there's interference in the back, almost like a wartime radio, because this is the theater of my mind. Get used to it. So you like hear commotion in the background when the sending comes back to you. And it says, "Friend, we've been attacked." I'm counting the words. We think, or the landwalkers think, we broke ships. Drums have been beaten in the deeps. It awakens.
it awakens. What?
Oh no.
The
Can you
people
repeat that one more time?
the people in the town attacked Hank's people, and now there's drums, and it awakens, and things are bad. There's fighting going on between Hank's people and the Port Argent people. Or he just said land people, so I guess I shouldn't assume that it's Port Argent, but those are the only people I know. So, I mean, maybe it's another town.
I don't want to generalize.
Yeah. I mean, Avren was just saying town, so maybe it's another. Is there another town we need to be worried about? I
Where
don't
are
know.
we right now?
We're out in the middle of nowhere. We don't know where we were far from land.
Oh god, do we have to go to Port Argent? Wait, okay. Well, they're being attacked now.
I mean,
They're-
it could have been much worse. He could have said, "That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange eons death may die." So I mean, I think we're doing okay, really,
Oh, yeah, that's always
proportionally.
a bummer.
You gotta be careful in sending Z. I only get the 25 words, so for all I know, that's what he meant by "it rises."
Yeah, no,
think
I yes,
I
Avren,
think we
sorry.
need help Hank.
Yeah, to Hank's place. Do we know where Hank's place is? Excuse us, oh turtle goddessness. Do you
Yeah.
know where the Maenads live? Because we just knew Hank was like in the water. We didn't actually get any
Oh,
coordinates.
the Merits? Yeah.
Yeah, them too.
They're nice people.
I mean,
Well, they're in trouble and they
yeah,
need
yeah.
help.
She says, "No, I don't think that's probably true. They can take care of themselves."
Well,
you
okay,
are a
wait.
mighty goddess, and you needed help, so it happens to everybody sometimes.
Also,
That's
it's
true.
it sounded like it was a mistake between Hank's people and the townspeople, that Hank's people, or the townspeople, think the Hank's people were the ones responsible for destroying the boats. And so it's not that we need to go and help anybody. We need to go and stop the fighting.
I mean, I feel like
Oh,
we were quite clear
wow.
that it wasn't the Marriotts that did. But okay, all right. But
Yeah,
could
yeah,
we-
yeah. I felt that. Well, I mean,
But that-
if they didn't get the point, we'll make the point.
Well, let's go. Hero in
I
time.
hope they really didn't summon Gamordia, Terror of the Rifts.
Excuses.
Oh,
Sorry,
now
who?
we have another
Come again?
god.
Would they have done that by saying "it rises"? Because I got a "it rises" in that last little bit.
Well, the Merits are nice people, but they have their own people they worship, and sometimes, but I don't think they would do that to, like, no offense, but land people aren't that threatening. So
I literally like edge Sofieus out of the way, just like throttle Dave like right to her eyeball, and be like, "Excuse me, come again."
she
You've got
looks
a what now?
upon it she looks upon you like one big eye that reflects the aeons within it. What?
But-
What?
Well, who? Guardian of what rift?
No, it's the Terror of the Rifts.
And would it need to say "rise"?
Well, he does sleep a lot. He's a very sleepy boy.
What can you tell us about Grimordia, Terror of the Rift?
He's an ancient guardian of the married people. He's grumpy when he wakes up, but he's not that bad of a guy.
Can we talk with Sir Terror? Because it sounds like "it rises" sounds like they got him up in order to do some fighting.
Well, I'm sure if they did that, they did it for a good reason.
I think, yeah.
could be all but just a big misunderstanding, but could we go there like very fast, very fast?
That's seeming. If the people were convinced that they were going to, that there was a terror coming from the deep, and they're convinced that the Merids unleashed this attack on their ships, and then the Merids needed to defend themselves, and they would summon their guardian, it could be just a complete misunderstanding and self-perpetuating cycle of violence.
That's probably how the hole got made in the first place. You're very smart, Alyndra. If all of the peoples were this smart, then
So now how do we stop it?
I'm not gonna fight him.
No,
or like large eye, does that downward angle thing.
You won't have to fight him. No.
Can you get us there? That's
Yeah,
what we're
no.
asking.
We're very
If he's awake,
influential.
no, sirree, Bob.
Okay.
So you said that he's friendly though, right? He's a good
To
good
you.
guy.
Yeah, and I want to keep it that way.
How could we keep him happy and have a conversation, perhaps?
Happy in a conversation.
A discussion?
appease.
Yeah, it's all just a misunderstanding. We want everybody to be friends. Like Penelope, don't you want everybody to be friends?
Yeah.
I think mainly that getting them to talk to him is the best, or it is the best.
That's a good idea. I'm sure if you talk to your friend, Honk, I'm sure he could probably help out.
Challenge is Alyndra's fresh out of sending juice, so we kind of got to go in person. We need eye contact, so we need to go and be there.
No, I think I actually have sending available to me.
If we think we need, I can do it one more time. It's just then I'm all out of.
No, I should be able to send. I should be able to make that happen.
Can you ask who the
I can make
invaders
that
are
happen.
and where they're from, like specifically Port Argent?
And do they need our help?
Who am I sending this to?
Hank.
And I'm asking for, I'm sorry, say that again. You'd like me?
Very specifically, who the invaders are and where they're from. So we need to figure out if it's Port Argent.
Well,
and if we solve their issue with the invaders, can they call their guardian off?
well, I think we know that it's Port Argent because Hank said specifically that the invaders were upset that their boats were getting destroyed. And remember,
That's true.
the nice water lady told us that that's what happened to the boats. Was they were fishing boats out in the water, and then they were in the spawning grounds. They're in the spawning grounds where they're not supposed to be, and so the Marids attacked them because they were where they weren't supposed to be. So
Let
this is all
them
just a big
know-
misunderstanding.
Let them know that we are going to take care of Port Argent.
Oh,
one
yeah,
way
you're
or the
really
other.
not supposed to fish in the spawning grounds. That's very rude.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew. I think this is a lot of
I
people
mean,
did.
if someone did that in my spawning grounds, I might call my friend Gamordia, Terror of the Rifts, to
Well,
beat them up
There
for me.
were monsters in your spawning grounds, and we saved your babies. Remember that happened. That was a thing
And
that
that's
happened.
why we're friends now, Freely.
It exactly. And we want to be friends with Gamoria. Or whoever.
I also am afraid that this is somewhat of a frame up. I don't know. Something seems off. Remember, every time we go anywhere, there seems like someone's trying to frame somebody else for something else. So
That is true. But also,
Let's-
I feel like we're rapidly running out of time. And
Let Hank
everywhere
know
we
that
go,
we're
we're
coming.
like,
And also, it seems like this is the sort of thing that if you've lived in that cycle for centuries, that it's hard to break out of because you can't necessarily be aware of it because you live it all the time. You've never known
And there's a
anything else.
language barrier. If everyone was psychic, I feel like everything would be a lot easier. It's something I've been working on.
well, Penelope's a dire penguin still, and so I think we can bridge the gap somehow. I think we can.
I can talk to Penelope, and she uses her speak with beasts. Hi, Penelope.
Hello.
Your beak is very cute.
Thank
clacks-
you.
She clacks her own beak.
Okay, so are we going to Hank or are we
So
going to Port Argent?
I'm sending to Hank.
Yeah, send to Hank, tell him that we're coming and we're going to stop the invaders one way or the other. We're going to try diplomacy, and if that fails, we're going to do what we need to do.
That's
to-
too many words.
Okay, tell Hank, we're coming. We're going to deal with the invaders. Hopefully the guardian won't be necessary.
Alyndra's a lot smarter than me. She'll be a lot better at like composing a note.
No, you're
I trust
great. Orkira, you're very insightful and aware of
But I
your
run out of
environment.
words really fast, so I totally get it. No,
No,
it's fine.
remember when you did that to me when we were like apart from each other and like you stopped like mid-sentence and then I stopped mid-sentence, but I did mention to tell you that I hit Avren. That I've still really enjoyed that part. Yeah,
That's
so-
the other reason that I know that we're not dead, or at least that you're not dead, because if I could send to you while I was in Wild Mountain, you were here. I can't send to dead people.
Okay. Maybe.
Avren, you're not dead either.
We're not dead. Hey.
You know, when
Penelope,
you have
dire
someone's
penguin chest
skull,
bump.
it's
Bring
like
it in. We're not dead.
ascending.
We're not dead.
And Orkira is not used to this, and she does the chest bump. Is like, careful, I got a lot of armor on.
While Alyndra is
All right. I
creating
have,
this note, I'm going to
23
check the
words.
date. Yep.
It's Alyndra. We are on our way. This is a huge misunderstanding. Please hold the Guardian off. We will explain when we arrive.
You get a message back from Hank that just says, "I will try to buy you time."
Can we go?
Yes.
Or are you taking us? Or are we just taking Dave? Like, I mean, like people
I
are
guess
people are hurting.
I'll take you guys, but I'm not gonna fight the Terror of the Rifts. His name is the Terror of the Rift.
No,
Yeah,
no, but you just being around is going to be great for everyone.
Also, is he a god? Does his dad hold up the planet?
That's true.
Think about it.
Sophius, what were you about to do?
Well, all this talk about Terror of the Rift, I would really like to figure out how, in the event that we need this vessel to explode, that I know how to do it. So I'm going to go inside Dave and look for a big red button. I'm assuming that's what it is. Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah, go for it.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So with the dirty 20, you investigate, you look, you don't find any mechanism quite like that. And as you're looking very carefully, you remember that the plan was to stuff the pod full of explosives, not detonate it. So there is no self-destruct sequence that was built into the console, but there is an autopilot.
Oh, well, this looks interesting.
And the autopilot is literally this big piston that you pull down with a lever that just pushes down the gas.
And it'll go straight and hopefully get swallowed.
It's basically a very fancy brick.
So
This is a
as we
lever you
travel,
pull. Mhm.
I want to cast Comprehend Languages on myself
Okay.
and make sure that's up. And I think I have tongues as well.
Are we going to be able to get a short rest while we're traveling?
Yeah, you had one on the way up
Okay.
Okay.
while you were
That's
Says the,
handy.
repairing
the very hungry warlock.
That's handy. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Same. I used up
Yeah.
Freely's pack slots first on purpose.
Yeah, I think you took a short
Shit
rest.
wreck?
Again, prestidigitation.
You took
I mean, it was a short rest.
short
I mean, it
rest
wasn't a long rest.
to
I
repair
guess
the
it's kind
Dave
of.
unit. So
Mm-hmm.
also before you take off, Ahavara kind of like says, "Oh, by the way," and she like pushes out this a large chunk of ambergris. You see one doll sticking out of it, and it like kind of floats on the water. She's like, "Sorry, when I took a deep breath, it just accidentally happened."
Like Freely very much like scrambles to like the bladder to like get out into the water. Like, oh come on, like what the? Yeah.
The
If it helps,
ambergris
I'll
chunk is,
grab-
like this big.
Yeah, if it helps, I'll grab Freely and fly him on over to the.
It was an accident.
He doesn't say. He just very slowly approaches it. Like, I mean, is she like encased in something? Well, I apologize. I don't know the word you said. You said a
Yeah.
word and it didn't mean
Yeah.
anything. to me,
Ambergris.
so-
It's
All
the what whales
Mm-hmm.
puke up.
a whale
It's
furball, basically.
perfume. Well,
Yeah.
it's more like it's almost
A
like lard.
wax.
It's this. Yeah.
Yeah,
They used
it's
to
a
use
very
it as a fixidant for perfume.
This guy just
It's
became my
actually
enemy, but okay.
very valuable, like
Worth like
worth
a
more
whole
than
lot.
its weight in gold.
Yeah, but Freely doesn't know that. So
No.
it's like, and roughly how much does it weigh? Like, does it weigh enough to mage hand? Because mage hand's what, 5 pounds? I mean, is this like a brick or like a?
Yeah, it's not that heavy. It's
Yeah.
more than 5 pounds, but
Right.
it also naturally floats on water. So
Right. Yeah, he just gets close to it and he goes, Machete, are you okay? Wiggle
It's
your hand
like-
if you can hear me.
like covered in this like ambergris, and you do see the hand move.
He would
then-
press to digitate it off of her. He has no concept that it's valuable.
Mhm.
He doesn't
you
know.
press to digitate off thousands of gold worth of ambergris.
He doesn't know unless Orkira tells him. He doesn't know. You know, he's like,
Like Orkira would know this. No, of
Desperately,
course
like
not.
scooping it off also while he's doing. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
It like
get that part
comes
right there,
off
get that part right
almost
there.
like in a fine dust, as the both of them are like, dusting it off, and like you see this Avren, you see it like kind of like almost, it's very aromatic. Like you smell like the muskiness as it like, is almost vaporized as they're just like prestidigitating it.
Orkira, like it's a weird sentence to have to say out loud, but God puke smells kind of nice. That's weird.
Yeah, that god puke was only worth like your retirement fund, but that's cool.
You should see what the
not
Phoenix
retiring.
pukes up.
Yeah. And, yeah, get Machete out of it. Like, are you okay? Can you hear me? Are you you traveled through a god? I mean, hi.
She says, yes, okay. And then you see Ahavara say like, I told you I wouldn't hurt her, and I saw with my true eyes. And as she says this, her eyes get like, there's almost like a black hole that like starts from the center of her eye, because her eyes swirl like galaxies and like spread out until her entire eyes are these giant twilight pools. And she says, and I think I figured out at least some of your problem.
Oh.
I can see things as they truly are. And then she blinks again and her eyes are normal.
And what is her problem?
Well, I reached out to her on the ethereal plane while she was in my belly.
I never tried that. Okay. Uh-huh. And
Well, I'm sure that Alyndra is probably familiar with some of this. Division.
And multiplication.
I know
yeah,
division
she's very
too.
good at math. Wait, you said you didn't know math. How do you know division? If you know division,
know-
you know
I
math.
know
Yeah,
all
you're
the
good.
divisions.
Yeah, no, you're great. You got it. You are a great and powerful goddess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
I scoop Machete up and I'm like, well, with respect, can you tell us while we're on the way?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I basically asked to return to sender. And she said she'd come pick it up.
Who?
Wait, what?
The doll.
No,
Who's
who?
coming for the doll?
Yeah.
The doll.
The doll's coming for the doll.
Yeah.
Huh? Like her soul from the ethereal plane, or like here, another person is here coming for this here?
The that's a very confusing question.
Is the soul coming for the doll? Is that like a remnant of the personality of
I
the soul?
think so?
Okay, that makes sense.
So someone's coming and is going to take Machete, or what's inside of Machete?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just hold Machete close, and Machete's probably going to get a soul. This happens all the time. It doesn't, but it does. So I think that's great. So a soul is on its way.
Well,
Is there-
I didn't understand all of it because you guys made me do heresy, and that's heresy, and I still did it because I know division, and I did my best.
If
And I
No,
just-
thank you. No, you did a great job.
very
Thank
well.
you.
To
Did,
her,
no, did,
she
oh,
seemed
fin-
You
like-
did great.
Yeah.
She seemed like a nice, but honestly, kind of intimidating person. But she was nice.
Yeah.
Did she have a
Wait,
name?
hang on. Did she look like this? And then I minor image the guy, Daisy's patron.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like this.
No, she wasn't that pretty.
Oh yeah, no, she is very pretty.
Was
It's-
it-
okay.
It's very
She was
possible.
kind of, that's what's intimidating. She was
Could
scary.
it have been the person we met when we first arrived? Freely, your friend. He
Kelly?
was a
Oh,
No, she was in.
Why would that be her dog?
no.
don't know.
No. And I do minor image her. My
Nice.
Russian sweetheart. Whose
Spicy.
name's
Uh,
who gave me Spicy. Spice. Yeah, that's why the
Spice.
sword's spicy. Spice. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
She's like, no.
Did she give you a name? Did she tell you who she is?
Yeah, she did. It was Veltara.
Okay, so we don't know.
Veltara.
Veltarna.
But she was in the ethereal plane.
I think so.
Does that name ring a bell for me?
No, it sounds like a person's name.
I look at Machete and I'm like, well, Machete, is this good?
You see the doll clap.
Okay. Well, I guess if we survive the apocalypse, that'll be the next thing we get to deal with.
Yeah.
Did Veltara say how long it's gonna take? What time? Should we have snacks or something for when she arrives?
I didn't have like a full meeting with her.
Okay.
I get
Honestly,
it.
I felt really self-conscious because she was meditating and I was like, poke, poke, and she
Well,
was like,
Well, but like,
she was-
hear me out though. Like she's
and then
meditating.
I was like, hi, my dad holds up the world. And
Well,
she
yeah.
was like,
well, she's meditating, and you're a god, so like that's the kind of like you're like opening your mind to the divine. And
usually
like, and there
people
you
are more excited when I do that.
Avren was when you talked to him.
Not really.
He praised you like a lot.
No. So
He immediately was talking all about you. He told us all about you. It was great.
And now he's
are
a
we
clerical
cooking-
light
are
of
we
you.
cooking the snot eel, by the way? Are we? Like,
No,
doing
that
dinner?
didn't.
We already
no, we're,
did,
We're going.
yeah.
We're going to war.
Penelope,
That's the next
yeah.
thing's war.
That seemed like that happened very
Well,
fast.
no, hopefully diplomacy and not war. We want to
Diplomacy.
stop
Diplomacy.
the war.
Right. Yeah. Not
Preventative.
war.
We're
Not.
there to try and converse
war.
with them and return things to the natural state where they're not trying
we-
to kill each other and
it's-
unleash primal threats.
Right, and
Alyndra,
if they
though,
don't listen, then
statistically
we kill them.
speaking, that hasn't really worked out for us too well, though. I mean, over time, if you think about it,
When
it's
was the last time that we tried to get two warring factions to reach peace, knowing that the cause of their conflict was an ongoing perpetual battle because of misunderstanding that they were turning on each other eternally?
Rex and Trim.
Wait, are you talking about the Githyanki?
But there were mind flayers there.
Oh, well, I mean, there's mind flayers everywhere, though. Okay. Yeah, yeah, no, but you know,
These are
well,
two perfectly rational groups of individuals.
okay.
I think this is worth a conversation.
No, we'll try. I'm all for words. I'm all for
Yeah, we'll
words.
say
but-
hello, and then if they're
yeah.
like rude,
And then-
tell us
And
piss
I
off.
do have tongues, so my plan, for what it's worth, is to call forth the leaders or a leader of the factions to cast tongues and try and facilitate those negotiations.
Worst
Yeah.
case, we'll do a combat by champions, and I'll just fight their toughest person and win, and the war's over. It'll be all right. Yeah,
so,
right.
despite that fantasy, let's. I'm just saying.
What if you
I
get
love you
beaten
very
into the
dearly.
mud?
Well, no, I won't. No, I'm pretty prickly. I'm hard to beat. It's fine. No, don't worry about it. Be okay. So Alyndra's got
We've only
words.
resurrected you 18 times.
I just like not once. Wait, no, like Orkira has
You know,
objectively died way more
I
times than I
have
have.
my doubts, but I still believe in you guys. I had them, but I believe now.
If it makes you feel any better, I feel the exact same way.
Alter to you. I'm telling you. But right now, we got to go save some people. So let's go. All right.
Yeah.
and
Well, wait. I think I have if I can remember how to do it. And you see her like think real hard. And then she's like,
Avren, I think
turns
she's
her
going to
big
teleport.
eyeball to all of you. Yeah. And she says, do I have your consent?
100%.
Specifically
Sure.
to what?
For what?
I
No,
need
it's a
that
yes from him,
first.
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Well, it's not consent if you don't know what you're consenting
shit.
to.
Well, Freely just said she's probably going to teleport.
It doesn't mean that's what she's going to do. I mean, it's probably what she's going to
You
do.
can
But
just
like,
let
okay,
her answer the
Avren?
question.
What?
I don't want to be a turtle.
Are you scared, Avren?
What is our
I'm
consent
just scared
for?
of being a turtle.
Okay.
Ahavara, are you going to teleport? And are we going to get nauseous afterwards?
I don't think you'll get nauseous.
Okay, well that's fine.
You have my consent then.
All right,
Double consent.
Consent
Okay.
all around. Penguin.
You hear like a small pop. And then you are in like the ocean disappears and the floor disappears. And there's just like these swirling purple and pink kind of like threads of light that make up the floor. And above you, you see what should be the firmament, but instead is sort of like an ethereal blue glow.
Oh, I've been here.
I feel like I should be holding someone's hand right now, and I like grab Alyndra's hand.
I hold Freely's hand. I reach down.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I grab Sophia's hand in one hand and Penelope's flipper in the other.
I grab the other flipper and then Avren's hand.
I look to grab Avren's hand and then super don't.
You notice when you grab, like if Penelope goes to grab Bahavara's hand, she's now like more normal size, still a giant turtle, but not a gigantic turtle. And she says, "You guys are better with words than I am, so I just thought maybe you should just, talk to her yourself." And she like points, and you see like a woman with like a bob haircut that's very sort of like asymmetrical but angular in nature. Her hair is white, pure white. She's wearing like dark gray vestments that have like runes kind of coming up from the bottom, almost like in an ombre that disappear at her knees. And she seems to be like deep in thought or meditating. She has like very elaborate eye makeup. The top part of her head is like sort of smeared, almost an ash down to her eye line. And then there's like a purple glitter and iridescence that's like on her eyes. And then she also has the same soot coming from her top lip down, all the way down to her throat. And her sleeves are almost like transparent, and they end in like these like long kind of almost like ashy fingers. And by ashy, I mean the skin looks very stretched and dry. Yes, Freely.
No, I didn't want to interrupt. No, please. I can wait till you're done.
No.
with the description.
That's it. That's it.
I look around and I look at Penelope and I'm like, oh, I thought we were teleporting into the battle, but we're teleporting here to like talk to whoever this is, wherever this is. Not sure if this is good for us or bad for us. But...
Penelope will pop out of her wild shape and she'll say, "I don't know where we are, but this is very exciting and I want to talk to her."
This is a great place.
She looks a little furious.
Freely?
Yeah.
Can I talk to Machete for a second?
Like, you'll rotate her around. She's her own doll. Yes, sir.
I kneel down before Machete. So I'm glad you're not cursed, though I didn't really feel like you were cursed in the first place. But anyways, I'm going to miss you. And I didn't mind that you were murderous. I'm glad you're not murderous now. And, if you feel healthier because of that, I think that's great. But Sofieus, who stole you for me, because I was obsessed with having a doll, we're both going to miss you. We're glad that you're getting reunited with, I don't know, your soul or your friend or whatever is about to happen. But I hope you remember all the good times. Like when Sophia's put a knife on your arms.
You're my favorite thing I've ever stolen.
She traces, like just quietly traces the word thief on your forehead and then boops you on the nose.
I'll miss you.
Okay, I mean,
this is
like,
awkward.
what are you saying goodbye for? Like, I mean, like, is she leaving? Like, I mean, I thought we were just like here to like talk to this. Like, wait, are we like she's not coming back with us?
Well, I mean, if that's her, she doesn't belong to us. She's sentient.
I'm going to look over at Alyndra, who I know has tongues, and Penelope, who everyone loves, and at the two of them and be like, "You want to talk to the really pretty lady?"
So we're on the ethereal plane, yes? So language may work universally here, perhaps?
I
Worth a try?
I think this is a conversation for Freely.
Okay. Oh, I mean, okay. Excuse me, ma'am. We Can we talk to you for a moment? We might have like a doll, but she didn't reply. It's the wrong place. So we could just
Really, come with me. Really.
My planar shift has never failed. It can't be the wrong place.
Really.
And
Really?
I, as respectfully as possible, because I don't want to interrupt her meditation. But I am assuming because she is on this plane, she's able to remain in meditation, and this was her goal, was to be here.
Yeah, it's a very Doctor Strange astral projection type of thing because it's me and I love Doctor Strange.
We've come to bargain.
I feel immediately way relaxed. Like I am joyful. Avren is as happy as a clam. Probably the happiest you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, thank
this
God,
place-
no blue skies.
This place doing something to him? I don't. Oh, okay. All right. No, stay on target. Okay. Yes, Alyndra. Okay.
Pardon me. Are you Veltara?
You see like one heavily eyelinered eye fly open and she like raises an eyebrow and looks and she says, like she looks over and sees this sort of like motley crew and looks as surprised as her stern demeanor will allow. And she says, yes.
Hello, I'm Alyndra. These are my friends and family. I think we have someone you've been looking for with us.
I very much pull the edge of my cloak over Machete and like turn back and I'm like, perhaps you've misplaced something. If you could describe it for me.
Oh God.
She like smirks and she says, ah, yes, the doll. I didn't realize it was missing, but now that I do, I would love to arrange for some type of meeting for me to have it back.
What is your relationship with the doll?
I created it by accident when I was younger.
Does she look like the girl from the Vision with the tea parties and everything?
Yeah, because we have seen her.
Yeah. Give me a wisdom saving throw or a perception check to you. Both of you can do it.
Like, does she look like her if she grew up and was really metal?
Yeah.
22.
15.
Yeah. So with the 22, with the 15, you're like, nah, she's way too metal.
That can be anybody. Like, I'm not just gonna give over Machete. Come on, yeah, right.
But with the 22, you notice like the telltale, like the color of the eyes, the shape of the chin, the slight upturnment of the nose. You notice little things that you think that if the police were to do a sketch of a missing girl and age them up, this would be what they would come up with.
You sat and had tea in the field. You wore a flowered frock and it got muddy. You gave her a new hand when the old one was damaged. You sewed on a button from your cloak. We have your friend, and we've come to bring her back to you, and you to her. Truly, it's her.
I lift the cape, like very ineffectively, by the way, but like look down at the doll. I'm like, this seemed like a little girl to you, because I gotta tell you, she doesn't look anything like the vision you showed me.
When you talk about all these memories, the woman's demeanor changes a little bit, and she's just like, yes, she was. I was very lonely, and I made her. And when I did so, I did not realize that I took a part of me and put it in her. And for that, I have regretted every single day. Because what some deem as heretical magic, to me, has always come as naturally as breathing. But yes, you are holding my phylactery and I need her back.
Could I
feeling.
roll to see if Freely comprehends what a phylactery is? Because this interaction's about to go quite differently if he comprehends how that magic works.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I
roll an
also-
Arcana check?
Oh, as a cleric who is sworn to destroy undead, do I need to roll as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, for once, I actually want Orkira to roll really bad.
That is an 18 from Freely.
That's a 14 from me.
So, Orkira, you're like, yes, phylactery, an item used to measure the movement of the stars.
Okay, good. Because she doesn't look obviously undead in any way, shape, or form, right?
No.
Okay.
She just looks, like I said, older. Freely, you do comprehend. You are holding the fractured soul of a once mortal creature.
Divine sense.
Yeah, nice supernova phylactery.
So
Yeah.
she was a child, and it was an accident.
Yeah, if she was a child and she became like a lich. it
I
would be
divine
like-
sense. Her, and I mean, the doll's been in countless
Mhm.
divine senses of mine, but I mean, maybe it's going to register differently this close to her. But yeah,
Yeah.
undead celestials, fae, or fiends.
So it clicks in your mind as you cast divine sense that this is a piece of her that was preserved when she was still young and innocent and was done so out of goodwill. And therefore the spirit that resides inside Machete is not an evil one. It is very much the soul of a little girl.
Hardo.
Yeah. She does register
She's a
as
traumatized adult who's lost part of her soul.
yeah. But she does register as undead.
Really? What's I see you making I see the little hairs on your arm go up. I don't know what that means. Whisper it to me.
I actually hit Penelope with message, and I'm like, okay, Penelope, you're the best person I know. Okay, so apparently this woman right here is kind of like a lich, and you know what that means I'm gonna do. But now this is like a little shred of like her goodness when she was a little girl, and maybe it will help her, and that's why I should give it back to her. I don't know. What do you think? Do I give her the doll, or do I smite her off of this plane of existence? Because you know that's normally how this would go now.
What would happen if she got the doll back?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Miss, what
Oh, I'm not
will
on
you-
that call. Sorry.
And Penelope will say this out loud because she has no idea what's going on. What will you do with the doll once you have her?
This is such an innocent question posed by such an innocent individual. It gives her pause. And she says, I hadn't thought about it.
Just
I don't know. I've been without it for quite a long time.
Am I, given what I am, pre-aware that she's? I mean, I know what phylactery is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would recognize the word, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to say this once. I know sometimes we like to have this dividing line between what is good and what is evil and what's wrong and what is right. But just because something is dead or undead does not make it evil.
What?
I'm saying not all undead are evil. In fact, there are many cases of undead that are good in the history of the multiverse.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's not rush to any judgments.
But they're all sad.
They're not all sad. Some of them are quite happy.
No, it's sad. It's
No,
super
there
sad
are
because
elven
when
liches that are quite happy with their lives.
they don't have lives. Once you become undead, you can't be brought back.
You
Oh my
can
God.
be perfectly happy as a lich. I'm letting you know, Orkira, I know you have not experienced it. I know you have not talked to
I
them
can't-
before. This thing could be good. This thing could be happy. This thing could have a life. And this is a fragment.
I
of
can't-
it.
What?
Orkira is going to stop listening to Avren and look over at Freely. and look over at the doll, and she's growling and obviously super upset. I can't listen to that right now, but if you think that giving her the doll is a good idea and leaving, I will listen to you.
Freely looks at Orkira and he's like, I think you and I tend to see these things the same, but if there's a chance. And right there in front of Orkira and everybody, I just look at the doll and I'm like, do you want to go back?
The doll kind of like nods.
I turn and I look at Veltara and I say, I'm sure you're a great and powerful wizard, such as it is. You didn't know the doll was missing, so I guess you don't necessarily know who we are, huh?
I don't. Apparently some Nimrod donated it to a local fair.
Yeah. So, we're heroes. We destroy monsters. Yeah, we destroy evil wizards. But if there's a chance that you might regain something that you lost, I pull my sword and I very much ignite the green flame blade. And I was
no. Don't be aggressive. There's no reason
I
to be
mage
aggressive.
hand the doll back over towards her. We have to give it a chance. Whatever is in you, if that is you, is very sweet and very good. And I hope you find a way to add it back to yourself.
She like takes the doll from the mage hand and kind of like looks at it. The world didn't want this little girl.
We want her.
She died. And this is what is left.
No. I refuse to believe that. That is part of you.
Veltara, if I may, I don't really believe in fate, but I could have stolen any other doll at the fair that day, but I stole this one. And here we are with your phylactery. I think that you were meant to have this.
Fate is a strange thing. Thank you. It's been a long time since anyone showed me any kindness. And I hope fate brings us together again.
I hope you're wrong.
I
Or
hope you're
Kira.
right. And I would very much like to continue our acquaintance in the future.
Mm.
And I know it means to have something missing inside of you. It took me a long time to find that thing. She's standing next to me. Oh, sorry. No, Sofieus is there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What?
that was
Who?
Freely.
Oh.
Is Freely is just, he's very much like Orkira right now. Like it's under any other circumstances, we'd be throwing hands right now. So a lot of complex emotions in his little halfling mind, but he's just standing there watching how this is going to play out.
We've been brought to right a balance here by someone who believes that the undead are heresy. And she brought us here.
Yes.
I think
her
we should
eyes
take that
shift
into
over to
consideration.
Ahavara and she's like, she did refuse to give me the doll. It wasn't mine to give. So, and I was like, well, if you want to take it, you can fight me. But my dad holds up the world. So, but like I said, guys, she's pretty nice.
She's very nice. I take my dread form, and Orkira, one day I will be undead.
You've already
You
been
undead now?
I'm not. I'm kind of like half undead. I'm a little
Yeah.
lightly
Mostly
undead.
dead, which
It's
is partly
mostly
alive.
makeup
been
giving
mostly
him
dead
that
all day.
youthful glow.
Yeah. Diet undead, if you will.
If everyone wants to stop being my friend now because I'm going to be undead in the future, and I have been in the past, Then so be it. Then I understand. But I am happy the way I am, and she is getting a piece of herself back. And not everything undead is evil.
Avren, if you want me to continue to stand here and let this happen, then we will have this conversation later.
Yeah.
It's
This is
okay,
a
Orkira. We are doing a good thing.
Yeah, later. That's a later conversation.
That's fine.
Veltara.
Yes.
In what land do you dwell?
Okay. When you ask this question, you have she dwells in the same the same land as you. That's how you found her doll. So.
Well, on a meta level, we saw
Yeah.
Salome's maps. I mean, if she can say a place that is many leagues to the west type thing.
It's a very Infinity War, like, what master do you serve?
Right.
Yeah, we don't know
are we
where in
using
space
our
and time
fake
she
names
is.
or real names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say that, in what land do you dwell? She says, this cursed place, this island in the middle of the abyss. But I don't plan to stay here forever. There's something out there beyond that boundary, and I intend to find out what it is.
Is she a freaking dreadlord? Are we in Ravenloft? Like, what? I'm like, hang on, are there myths past that boundary out
the
there?
island that we were on, like everything in the land was surrounded by a boundary. We knew it was this liminal place of where those in trouble, those being destroyed, are sent, and we knew that they didn't really discriminate between demons and devils. So that's where we are. We are in the abyss. We are in the abyss.
Well, we got out rather easily, so I think we're fine.
Well, Havara, I don't know what you know of the recent events near Port Argent, but there's apparently a tremendous battle taking place between humans and Marids, and perhaps ancient sleeping guardians have awakened. Yep.
You're like back in your normal plane. And she's like, I'm really happy to be back. That was awkward because Orkira looks very mad. And I don't want to be around Orkira when she's that mad unless I'm in my big form.
I turn and look at Orkira and I say, we'll find her later. If it has to be done, we'll do it then.
Made a lot of mistakes with that doll already, and I would rather, like I said, not see her again and have to make more. And Orkira is just going to walk. She's going to walk away, but we're on the back of a turtle and getting into Dave, so she's going to awkwardly move 5 feet away and stand there fuming.
Yeah, you can hang out on Ahavara's head. She doesn't like heresy either. And she's like, I said we should break it, but you guys said that, oh, don't do that. Sometimes heresy is fine. And I was like, I don't know about that.
There was something good in her, and maybe that seed can take root in whatever her heart is now.
Also, there's a difference.
Good and also the doll.
There's a difference between heresy and sadness, and that's what that was.
There are liches that are happy.
But they're happy and evil, Avren. They're terrible.
This is not true. I've literally met happy undead and happy.
How much have you taught me about that?
That would have been a tenant since birth. Like since you were a kid.
Avren, the reason that I don't like undead is not because I'm angry at them. It's not because I'm angry at any undead. It's sad. Once you become undead, you can't be brought back to life. It's the end. It's a dead end, literally, figuratively.
And that's
it.
Their choice.
And it's sad because once it's done, and there's no turning back. And what makes it extra sad is when it is not their choice and it happens unwillingly, which is even worse.
That is terrible. When it's not your choice, it's terrible. But when someone chooses to
all
exist
the time.
that way, it's
a part of the great cycle. You have to rejoin the beautiful tapestry that is the energy of the universe and be stitched into the fabric of something new.
I don't want to ever be stitched into something new. I just want to have my own choices.
But if you don't die, that'll never happen, and that's a bad thing.
I'm okay with a bad thing then.
Avren,
Oh,
we
Orkira,
went.
are you hearing this?
Avren, we went to a graveyard of gods that became so weary that they went to die, where there was a gigantic tree there that didn't get to exist inside the natural. You know what? None of this matters. We have to go save the merits from
we've got
Kretzala.
to
We will
save. We
find
did a
that
good
lich
thing.
later if need be and deal with it then. But hopefully
We will
something
not have to
good
deal
came
with the
from
lich.
this.
That's a good
Really?
lich. We'll move
Freely's
on and
right.
fight.
We have problems to solve, one
Yeah.
problem at a time. And
I
Avren,
agree.
I've already had to destroy your undead form once. I don't ever want to have to do it again.
Well,
But yeah, that was
And
terrible.
I personally insist that you ride all the way near my back right foot because you reek of heresy.
We're gonna get into
I mean,
Dave.
He does.
We're gonna
Not
get
near
it.
not near my face because I can just smell it. I
It's-
can just smell it all the way up here. All
It's-
the heresy burning my nose hairs that I don't have.
When I,
'Cause
when
I'm
I
a
do-
It
turtle.
must feel very good to be this righteous.
I mean, she is
We
a
need
god,
to go
though.
save a town and probably 2 towns right
It must
now.
be very good to think that you know everything. And Orkira is gonna get into Dave and
Very
walk
much-
away because
very
she doesn't
much-
want to have this conversation with her family anymore.
I very much mean mug Avren when I leave with Orkira too. I'm all like, IDK, and then like go get on Dave also. The paladin and the cleric aren't buying what you're selling.
Yeah.
Penelope is
Avren
that
doesn't think you ever would.
Especially from the trickster god.
Penelope, what? Sorry.
So Penelope is just that awkward child who's like watching their parents fight, and just kind of, what is happening?
And
Do
we
you
can-
want a
I
banana?
have
I think I
very
have some
mixed
banana
thoughts on
trees
this.
on my left shoulder plate.
No, just take us to the war front, please.
I'm sorry, I wanted to let Jen finish that thought.
Oh no,
I cut you
it's
off.
fine. I have very mixed thoughts on this because I don't believe in allowing undead to flourish, but I do believe that there are some who can choose the life, and I've done research into it. And those who do, there's a select group that choose to protect something, and that protection is more important than anything they could ever have, and it's more important than ever having the possibility of being brought back. There are not many, but they do exist.
I've never met another undead aside from Avren that just seemed inherently kind and sad and in need of something more. I think
This
that
was a
she was
child
missing.
whose life was unjustly taken from her,
Yes,
and this
I
was the
think we
only
made the
thing that
right
gave her
choice.
comfort.
We did the right thing.
That'll be where we bring today's session to a close. With a major plot point resolved.
That's what happens when you steal dolls. Don't steal dolls, people.
You end up
I-
mixed up with liches. Liches
but
get
I stole it
stitches.
for you.
That's true. I really
You
very
wanted
much
it.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for that for a while. Yeah, especially because when you bought the phylactery, I didn't think y'all would steal it. And so then I was like, so then I just inflicted madness.
Thank you. That was fun.
Oh,
As one
that was
does.
awesome. I thought that was amazing. That was so fun. God, but
Look
can
at
you
this major
imagine
plot point resolved. Oh my god. Or at
finding
least
a
partially
phylactery
resolved.
at a fair? Oh,
No one would look for it there. Especially
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah,
very
but
hard
wanna
to win.
keep it
That's why you
hidden.
stole it. Yeah. It's out
Absolutely.
in the open, but no one's gonna take it. Yeah. So
It's if you want to keep something hidden, don't lock it away. Don't try to hide it. Don't make it a big deal. Make it a grain of sand on the beach.
All right, let's introduce our wonderful players and do some shout outs. Todd, take it away.
I am Todd Kenreck. I am the creative manager at D&D Beyond, and I play Avren, the trickster god, and I am married to the wonderful and beautiful, amazing Mrs. Meagan Kenreck.
Speaking of Meagan.
Hello, everybody. I am Meagan Kenreck. I am married to that fella there, Todd, and I am on Twitter. I'm on Twitch at Meagan Kenreck. Add me. I love making new D&D friends or anyone who's in the TTRPG space or interested.
Awesome. Jen.
Hello, I am Jen Kretchmer. You can find me on Twitter as DreamWisp. You can find me on Twitch as DreamWispJen. I am a writer, producer, actor, all the things. And I also am the creator of the Accessibility in Gaming resource guide, which is on my pinned tweet on Twitter. And today I got to make one of the bigger announcements I've ever made, which is I am one of the authors on Candlekeep Mysteries, the new D&D hardcover. So I have written an adventure, which there's some information about on D&D Beyond and in a bunch of articles, and it has been a whirlwind, very surreal day. But I'm incredibly excited to finally get to share that with everybody.
Fantastic. Hope?
Hi, my name is Hope LaVelle, and you can follow me on Twitter at @TheHopeLaVelle. And I am sorry that we didn't roll any natural 20s tonight.
Yeah, can we give one away anyway, Lauren?
Yeah.
I'm
feel
sorry,
like-
Jasmine. What did you say? You said you just now rolled a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Jasmine just rolled a natural 20. I don't know why.
Hey,
Hey.
It's weird.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Hey.
13, my lucky number.
Wow.
Her winning streak continues. I guess we're just going to have to give a legendary bundle away while we're doing the credits.
Oh, can't be Litz's get stitches.
Stitches, get stitches.
Yes.
If
I
we
would
can,
be
if we
for
can
that
name it,
if
we
it
must name it.
wasn't. I'm like, it's kind of a huge spoiler for the YouTube viewers.
Oh, well, they're not going to see that, so.
Oh, he's talking about
Oh,
the
for the
I thought-
title. Oh, I was saying
Yeah,
for
you're
the
talking about the
word
title.
to yeah,
Okay,
to
yeah.
type in. Yeah.
Yeah. for the in chat giveaway.
You're right,
I
that's a
think we still
major
have to talk
spoiler.
about the title.
I think that's a great title. I need to make this 25 words or less.
Yeah.
That's a great.
That's a good one.
That is a great title. It's a great title.
Sounds like an indie film or like an album. Lauren.
While the awesome mods are taking care of that, hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I am the community manager for D&D Beyond. I am, despite how angry Orkira is and sad Orkira is, both her and I still love all the people around me.
I don't
Hey.
believe it. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're scary. You're scary as a dragon.
I was scared.
I'm like, oh no, is she going to stop being my friend for real?
Aw.
You know, I
Acting.
thought
Oh,
it was
great
worth
acting.
saying, because it was serious face. It's not often that Orkira gets really, really angry or sad. So.
Oh no, these two characters have been heading down this particular crossroads for a very long time.
I'm still
Yeah.
misty-eyed.
I didn't want to take the moment away, and Orkira didn't want to take the moment away from Freely, and there was a lot of other things going on, which is why those discussions will be a later problem. But we both still love all of you, so thank you for watching us as we love each other.
B. Dave.
B. Dave Walters. Wait, am I on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, B. Dave Walters. I say words about things. I myself do in fact believe liches are not necessarily intrinsically evil and capable of free will and doing good things, but Freely, on the other hand, does not feel that way. The year's back in full swing, doing all kinds of stuff. Going to be announcing more, all kinds of stuff. Just follow me Twitter at B. Dave Walters, and we got 2 more episodes that we just have to live and stuff, and it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Be all good. Yep.
And that leaves me. Hello, my name is Jasmine, also known as That Bronze Girl on the internet. I'm a full-time content creator on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter where I upload stuff, highlights from my stream and spicy takes occasionally. Thank you for loving all of my NPCs and just supporting this campaign in general. It's been my sublime pleasure to storytell for all of you. Thank you for putting up with my homebrew psychoticness, because so often I hear, wait, Bronze, what is this? And I'm like, I made that monster up from scratch. I apologize.
You're allowed to
Now
do
that we've-
as a DM?
First off, we don't put
What?
up with you. We love every minute of it, or else we wouldn't be here. Second off,
Seriously.
once we get offline, I want to know everything about that snot monster because that was awesome.
Yeah.
Did Hope
You
go?
have altered the stat block. Pray you do not alter it further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Hope
I
go? I didn't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, she did.
How
Oh,
about
she
first?
did? Sorry.
Yep.
I'm a terrible I'm
Yeah.
a terrible person.
No, you're an
Well,
awesome
when
person
you
who's
have
trying to make sure
such
everyone wins.
experienced players, I feel like the best thing to do is have them be like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
With D&D, like you run into so much stuff. So that was my inspiration for homebrew. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at That Bronze Girl, Twitch, same deal. I'm writing on a couple of projects, including Into the Motherlands that I work on with B. Dave and some other stuff that I can't talk about. But yeah, I'm super excited for more storytelling shenanigans. and Warhammer's been my new fetish. So
Oh wow.
I might be uploading more miniature painting content, but not for
Ooh,
D&D, for Warhammer.
It's all right, as long as it's painting that's giving you joy.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. So
Paint
you
for the
know,
gods.
Mhm.
All right.
thank you so much for supporting us in our little adventure. Have a wonderful night and stay safe.